Gobby Gaffer, and I've had a lovely holiday, and I've promised myself this time I'm not going to stress, even though over the summer I applied for 6 jobs: Germany, Spain, Italy. Got 1 interview out of the 6 that I applied for. I've even failed that. So guess what? I'm still manager of SC Cambuur. And I do have a little problem in that my reputation inexplicably has dropped from 45% to 40%. So unless I win the Eredivise, I don't think I'm going anywhere. I think I may as well just get resigned to the fact that I'm SC Cambuur manager for ever and ever. Who knows? Anyway, like I say, no negativity. Let's be positive. Let's have a look at some of the transfers that we did over the summer. So if we start with the transfers out, these are the players that I've sold. The headline ones are Liam Delap to Granada for 6 million. Now that might seem a little bit of a surprising sale, but I did tell you in one of the last commentary games that his star rating had dropped potential-wise to 2.5 star. He wasn't getting an awful lot of game time with Van Dijven being a prolific scorer. And my thinking on this is that Stanojevic can actually play right across the middle. He can play on either wing and at striker. And I have been playing him there in pre-season. He's been scoring some goals. So I think with him being a wonder kid and needing game time, obviously, to progress, I think it would hold him back if we kept hold of Delap. So Delap has gone. Tarek Buckman's gone to Marseille for 3.8 million. So I'm bringing a little bit of money in here. If you remember, I only had a budget of 9.8 million. So I brought in another 9 million with those two, well, nearly 10 million actually. Robbie Blackburn, the other young striker that I brought in, not really hit the ground running, so he's gone out on loan to Rotherham. Rico Specksnyder, if you remember, I brought him in as cover for Consacao on the right wing. Never really done it for us. He's gone to Go Ahead Eagles for 450,000. And Nikolai De Bias, he's a young lad I've got high hopes for in midfield. I was going to use him this season, but I gave him a new contract to try and secure his future at the club. And one of the clauses in there was that I should find a loan for him. So I had to do that, and he has actually gone out on loan. So having generated a little bit of extra transfer income, I've been out and I've spent some of it. I've only made 2 signings, but they are quality signings. Both young lads, both coming in from Brazil. So the first one is Matias, coming in from Sao Paulo. Paid 12 million for him. This lad is a wonder kid. He's 20 years old. He's a right wing back, and I think he is going to be the future of the club, along with the other wonder kids. He's now valued at between 18.5 and 23 million. He's coming in as a 3.5 star with the potential to be 5. Obviously, he's a wonder kid. And the other signing is Pierre, again, another Brazilian. He's now 21 years old, so can't officially be classed as a wonder kid anymore. When I signed him, he was classed as a wonder kid. So he's coming for 15 million. He's coming in as a 4 star with the potential to be 5, worth 23 to 33 million at this moment in time. He is going to play on that right wing, but he's quite a valuable player because he's got a fairly strong left foot and a very strong right foot. So I can play him in a variety of positions. He can also play kind of attacking mid and striker. So I think we've got another really good wonder kid stroke right winger there. Now I am trying to sign a centre-back. It's another wonder kid coming in from Manchester City, paying about between 6 and 9 million, I think it is, for him. The slight problem I've got is that it's actually tried to go through once and the board won't let it go through. If we just have a look at the finances here, the transfer budget is only 383,000 now, but the wage budget is 537,000 and we're only spending 404 of that. But they won't let me do a budget adjustment. So I've been trying for quite a few weeks now. The thing keeps ticking over. Do you want to knock it in another week? Yeah, they won't alter the transfer budget. I've had a word with them and asked them. They did actually sanction one of the Wonder Kid signings that I've made. I did go to them and say, look, this will make us a better team. And they came back again. To be fair to them, they came back and said, yeah, fine, we'll sanction it. This one, not so much. the transfer just won't go through and they won't let me adjust the budget. Not quite sure. But we do need a couple more players. We certainly need a centre-back, and I think we need another midfielder as well. We have let quite a few players go, and we've only brought 2 in. And Eredivise has gone as well, which is a little bit unfortunate. He's only gone on loan, but he has gone. Just have a little look at the season preview as well. Interestingly, and this might be the reason why my reputation is dropping, we're actually predicted to finish 5th. So the media are still not, even though we finished 2nd the last 2 seasons behind Ajax, they've still got Ajax 2-5 to win the league. We are 20-1 to finish 5th. It's a bit of a strange one. But anyway, if we have a look at the Media Dream 11, we actually have 2 players in there. We've got Delgado and Stanojevic, who they've actually got as the best striker in the league. So that's very interesting. This is the first time I've looked at this. So having played him there in pre-season and rotated him with Van Dijven, they're now looking at him as the best striker in the league. If we look at key players, Ajax have the top 2. They've got Hendrik, obviously. He's still with them. He didn't get poached by a big club, unfortunately. And Marcus Leandro also is in there. But we've got Delgado and Pierre as well, who is our new right winger. So that's quite nice to see in key players. Been doing quite a lot of work as well on the staffing situation. Quite a lot of my staff were out of contract. So the ones that were really good and their contract ran out, I basically kept them on a week-to-week contract until at such time somebody comes and poaches them. Shh, don't tell anybody. But if they're 20 for a fitness coach and they're only on 450 quid a week, I'm not going to let them go, am I really? But if I offer them a new contract, they'll probably want like 2.5 grand a week. So it's just a little bit of kidology there. But I have been beefing up my my coaching staff, my recruitment staff. Got a couple of scouts out in South America at the moment now. So that's quite nice to see. And I've also beefed up my medical staff. Just to remind ourselves as well of the club vision. So the board are expecting us to qualify for the UEFA Europa Conference League, which I think we would if we finish 5th. Obviously, we'll be trying to do better than that. And that brings me on nicely to what I was saying before. Actually, we need to win the Eredivise this season. Whether that's possible, I don't know. Doesn't look like Ajax have lost any of their top players, so they have strengthened this season. Although if we have a look at their transfers, not an awful lot. 1 or 2 players have gone out on loans, etc. But their main signing was Bruno Tabata, and he cost 4.8 million, rising to 5.25 million. So they've not spent an awful lot. Guillaume Deitch has come in from Cologne for 1 million as well. So they've not strengthened to the point of spending, 30, 40, 50 million. But then I think, if we look to the way they ran away with the league last season, in many ways, they don't really need to, do they? I mean, they need to do better in Europe, I think, because they're not progressing, I don't think, as much as they would like to do. But then you can also level that accusation at us as well. And hopefully this season, we will win a few more games, get those 2.4 millions in, and basically, generally overall, get some decent money in for a decent Champions League run. We are in the Champions League proper, having finished 2nd, so that's all good news. Okay, so all nicely caught up there. There wasn't an awful lot of information to impart. I think the squad that I've got at the moment, it doesn't need an awful lot of tinkering with. So the 2 Brazilian lads that have come in will be great additions to the squad and will be regular starters. But just little bits of tinkering. Still do need to bring 1 or 2 in. So you will see 1 or 2 new faces before the transfer deadline. But we have a game today, yes. It's the 10th of August. And guess who we're playing? It's the Supercup. Yep, it's Ajax at their place. Why wouldn't it be? Well, welcome to the Yohan Cruyff Stadium. It's getting a bit of a regular visit for us, this, isn't it? But this is the Supercup. We're going to play today with a slightly different lineup. I'm just trialling 1 or 2 things at the moment. I think I'm just going to use, I mean, it would be very nice to beat Ajax, but I'm going to use this as a pre-season friendly just to try one or two things out. Pierre, the right winger that I brought in, the Brazilian, got a little bit of a nasty knock. He's out for 4 to 5 weeks, unfortunately. Not ideal. But anyway, the team for today is Recoba in goal. Back four of Chrisen, Hato, Gomez and Matthias. Playing with two DMs today, so Lacazette and Hernandez are in there just to try and hold the fort for us a little bit. Fatia is going to be the playmaker today. He can do that job really well. Delgado and Consecao on the wings, and Stanojevic is the starting striker today. Let's see if we can beat Ajax. Will be a nice feather in our cap and a nice start to the season. And Ajax get us underway. So we need to keep it nice and tight at the back, which is the complete opposite of that, to be quite honest. I mean, there's 20 seconds on the clock. Is FM trying to tell me something here? I mean, I don't want to see that again. That was appalling. Absolutely appalling. So Ajax, 1 up. Get the next highlight. Of course, obviously, it helps when you're in the Supercup, playing at home in front of your own fans. Would have been quite nice if we didn't play in front of our fans, or even on a neutral ground would have been nice. But no. We're playing at Ajax's ground, so they obviously get all of the perks. Nicely nipped in there. Fatia plays the ball to Consecao. Ball over the top. Delgado doesn't win that one. And we don't look like we're gelling at all at the moment. I mean, if you bear in mind, okay, the formation's slightly different than we were playing regularly last season. But essentially, this is more or less the same team. So we should be used to each other. We should be used to the formation and the tactic. And that ball goes straight over the top. So Ajax, well on top in the game. The two DMs at the moment, it's not really working. We've conceded a goal and we're not creating enough. But Hernandez there to Consecao, Fatia, another wasted ball again. But Stanojevic has got the ball in front of the goalkeeper and that is saved. So we get our first corner. Fatia to whip this ball over to the far post, and that one gets headed out for another corner, I think. Yes, it does. Consecao's going to take this corner, whips that ball in again to the far post. We don't get a head on it. Have we got a throw in there? We don't get to see anything. 15 minutes on the clock, losing 1-0. We need to start being a little bit crisper with our passing. We've had a couple of balls in the box, but have not been picked up. That one was on the volley, but it was over the top. Now Ajax. Hendrick on the ball. Passes it to Alvarez. Back to Hendrick again. He's sliding that across, but fortunately Recoba gets there first and picks that ball out before it can reach an Ajax forward. Long ball up to Delgado. Delgado back to Hernandez. Hato with the ball. So this is nice. We're just getting a little feel for the ball, little feel for the game. But again, that looping ball didn't really reach anybody. Fortunately, Delgado nipped back and won the ball. We're not making any progress whatsoever here, except the fact that Stanojevic is through on goal again, and the keeper saves it. So are we going to be allowed to score today? Who knows? Another header from a corner. Ball comes out. 20 minutes. We do seem to be having a little bit more of the ball now, but we're not making the most of our chances. With the balls that have been put through for Stanojevic, we could have actually been 2-1 up by now. Lacazette. Stanojevic, and then Stanojevic scores, but the referee is having a rummage. Referee, please do not rummage. And it's disallowed. Oh, please tell me that this season is not going to start the way last season finished. And that was very nearly arm hairs, wasn't it, that one? Very nearly. Oh, the frustrations. And I'm sure as soon as Ajax get the ball, it'll be in the back of the net. There'll be no disallowed goals. There'll be no offsides. Hendrick with the ball. Alvarez. Hendrick is going to slide that ball forward and it's 2-0. Of course it is. And referee, are you rummaging there? Is there any rummaging going on? Oh, what a surprise. No rummaging to be done. Fine. Okay. So we're 2-0 down to Ajax. Again. Disallowed goal. Again. Okay, must remember, got to stay positive. Got to stop whinging. Got to stay positive. Half an hour on the clock. I'm trying to be this. Look, there's a smile on my face. We're losing 2-0. I'm being positive though. It's hard work. Coming up to half time, we get another corner, and that one's punched out by their keeper. He's the top keeper in the league, by the way. Marcus Leandro there, running forward. Nobody stops him. Eventually, he does give the ball away. Can we get a goal before half time? Are we allowed to do that? I'm sure if the ball hits the back of the net, the referee will find his whistle again. Stanojevic with his third chance. This time he makes it I'm a little bit tongue-tied. We just scored a goal and the referee's not rummaged. Stanojevic, lovely finish there. That was his third. That's what I was trying to say. So that was his third attempt at beating the keeper, and we get it back to 2-1. Nice goal. Very pleased for the young lad. Looks like he could have a career at centre forward for us. But we do have Van Dijven as well, don't forget. So potentially 2 top-class centre forwards. But the ball is going to come into Ajax. Are they going to get the third? No, Recoba makes a great save. So we are saved blushes there just before half time. We are going to get to see the corner though. The corner comes in from Traore. That gets headed out. And we're at half time. So I am actually going to say, what was that? Get your act together and start playing football. Because if I'm going to finish top of the league this season, at the very least, we need to get 2 draws out of Ajax this season. I mean, not too bothered about this game as long as we don't get embarrassed. But in the league, we need to keep them from... Last season, they had an invincible season, believe it or not. This season, we need to... We could do with beating them in one of the games that we play them. And that one just on the outside of the post. Gomez with the free kick. Hernandez got his foot on the ball. We very nearly lost that. Ajax are pressing us quite heavily here. Every time that a yellow shirt gets the ball, there's 2 men on him. Konsecal, Stanojevic. And that loops up to the keeper. 47 minutes on the clock. Couple of little changes. I've moved Stanojevic out onto the right wing. Konsecal were very, very tired. Van Dijven has come up front. Great replacement there, obviously. I've made a few little tactical tweaks. So Fatia is now playing a little bit further forward in midfield as an attacking central midfielder. And Lakar has now become the deep line playmaker. So we can still sit in that hole, but hopefully try and find people a little bit better. So the ball is with Ajax. Eredivise. And they're just playing the ball around at the back. They do zip the ball about though, don't they, Ajax? There's no messing about. They're coming down this left-hand side now. Ball in. There's 2 or 3 players there could have had the ball, and that looks like a penalty. I mean, it wouldn't be a Supercup game, would it, without there being a penalty? So, I mean, the referee doesn't need to do much rummaging there. I can tell him it's a penalty. So we did have a little bit of hope at 2-1, didn't we? Now it's going to be 3-1, and I think the game has gone now. Unless, of course, Recoba can do us a massive favour. And he has! So that's how this season's going to go, is it? Okay, sometimes you have to take it on the chin. That was absolutely disgusting. Okay, match momentum. It's all Ajax, and there don't seem to be very much we can do about it. Okay, a couple more changes. We're in the 60th minute now. I think this game has gone, but Van der Kust has come on for Christen. I've changed the midfield around again. Bauer, you've not seen an awful lot of Bauer. He came in last season, but he was ineligible to play. But he's coming in as a 2.5 star with the potential to be 4. Not quite sure at this stage whether he will, meet the grade for us. But he gets a chance today at striker. We've got a twin strike force on the pitch now of Van Dijven and Bauer. And we're underway again with the inevitable Ajax highlight. Ajax are coming forward again. Alvarez. Back to Taylor. What's his name? Kirkez down on that left wing. Palacios. I mean, if we're not careful here, yeah, we're getting embarrassed now. It's 4-1. Yeah, we don't need to see that again. Come on, referee. Now is the time to rummage for your whistle. You can rummage as much as you want now. Rummage away, referee. You can blow your whistle any time. Unfortunately, there are still about 20 minutes of the game left, so we have to sit and watch this embarrassment. Hernandez chips the ball over. And it hits the crossbar. Hey, we're staying positive. Yes, it hits the crossbar. Okay, fine. Fatia with a ball over the top that Van Dijven doesn't even bother challenging the goalkeeper for. Sometimes, I know I'm called the Gobby Gaffer, but sometimes words fail me. Matthias back to the goalkeeper. Hato. I mean, I think you can tell by my the frustration and disinterest in my voice. Oh, and that one doesn't go in either. Oh, what a surprise. You know what? If we were allowed to have had all the goals that we've created in this, Stanojevic in the first half could have had a hat-trick. We've hit the crossbar. I mean, how many chances do we need before the game lets us score? And yet every one of Ajax's goals has gone in. Even the penalty went in. It was saved, but it still went in. We're staying positive. We're staying positive. You can put that one in as well, yeah. 5-1. Thanks, FM. Absolutely amazing. We don't want to see that one again. I don't think the referee has listened to me at all. The referee has not listened to me. When I said to him, you can now rummage, he's not listened to me. I mean, we have to say we've been absolutely outplayed. Can we not watch that? I do not want to watch that, thank you. That was awful. Awful. We had a chance to win a trophy and it was unacceptable. Please do not. No, we don't want to see that. No, don't want to see Ajax getting any trophies. No, thank you very much. Well, if that's how the season's going to go, you're going to see a very grumpy Gobby Gaffer. All the G's. We'll see you for the first game of the season. It's away. It's at Feyenoord. We'll see you very shortly. Staying positive. Well, I think we have to look at the Supercup game as just one of those games. Every time Ajax touched the ball, it was in the back of the net. You get games like that from time to time. Hopefully, we're playing Feyenoord today. It's away from home. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully we can get the 3 points on the board. Ajax have already played. They've won their game, so they're sitting top of the league at the moment after one game. Team for today is Recoba in goal, back four of Christen, Hato, Gomez and Matthias. Lakar is the DM. Fatia, Ramsey are the midfield players. Got Delgado and Stanojevic on the wings with Van Dijven up front today. Well, needless to say, we need a much better performance today. We need to hit the ground running today, which we don't seem to have. Feyenoord are on the front foot. They get the first highlight with a corner, and that one just skims the top of the crossbar and goes over. But we do have a highlight, and we give the ball away. We're just not looking at the races, are we, at the moment? And I'm not quite sure what's going on. I mean, I suppose you could say, you know, we've got 4 wonder kids in the team, but the fact that they're wonder kids, they are quite young. So am I putting teams out that are too young, you know, with an average age of maybe 23, 24, not got the experience? Let's just give them a little bit of encouragement. So it's been all Feyenoord in this first half, and we've had very, very little of the action. This isn't good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. So we're going to the second half now. Can we step it up a little bit? So we seem to have come out in the second half a little bit more energetic. No, we haven't. No. Feyenoord are back into the game again. So I made a change. Stanovic has gone up front now to partner Van Dijven, and Konsekau has come on the wing, taking Lakar off. He was very, very tired. So we're going to give him an encouraging shout. Ball there is very, very poorly given away, and a shot that Recoba easily takes out of the air. 75 minutes on the clock. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to give him a demand more. It's been all Feyenoord. We've not been in the game at all. And the game finishes 0-0. Very, very, very poor beginning to the season. Extremely. We're training tomorrow after that. Fatia, you can seem to lose confidence if you want, but that's the way it is. Sorry, mate. Well, not exactly the episode I wanted to show you. I need to go away and do some head scratching. Things are not working out quite well. I don't know whether I'm trying to build a young team here of, you know, potential superstars. Whether I'm putting too many in the team at once, I don't know. But I certainly need to get my coaches together, and we're going to have a heart-to-heart here and do some serious head scratching between us all and see if we can come up with a formula that is going to get us winning, because we've already now dropped 2 points in the league. Ajax are going to run away with this league again if we let them, and dropping 2 points on the first day of the season is not ideal. And my reputation level is not even going to be 40% at the end of this season, I don't think. It's going to be even less. But we are staying positive. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, then please give me a like. If you're new around here, please subscribe, spread the word. All helps the channel to grow. If you like your Football Manager played the Gobby Gaffer way, why not come back for the next episode and see if I've been able to turn our early season form around. I have to say, it's not been great. But remember, we're staying positive. I've got a smile on my face again.